So we all know about ChatGPT unless we've been living under a rock, but what about creating your own GPTs? So inside ChatGPT, there is a way to create your own GPTs. I have many in my practice, and I suggest that you also take a look at this very quick video and start doing this yourself because it saves you so much time. It allows you to create custom instructions, upload precedents, upload documents and policies and all kinds of guidelines as though you're training an articling student for the first time, mentoring them and telling them all about your preference from tone to style to approach to tests you must meet, things you must consider when you're drafting a pleading for the first time, how to lay out the facts for an adjudicator to be able to understand comprehensively and to prove your case, the theory of your case, all of it. Imagine that you had a designed GPT just for you that was based on your precedents and styles. And here is what I'm going to show you. You do not need to be a software engineer to do this. It is very simple. So in ChatGPT on the online browser version, this will not work in the app. You are going to find the section that is called Explore GPTs. This will be on your left-hand side under GPTs. So once you're in Explore GPTs, you simply go to create. Now here is where it is very simple. You name your GPT. What do you want it to be? I have ones that are very specific to different tasks. Even if you think about the Human Rights Tribunal, there are many, many different stages and tasks, right? Responding to a request for an order during proceedings, filing an application, reply, response, whatever it could be, preparing for hearing, and you can break that down, drafting a witness statement. Each GPT should be specialized based on the small, nuanced task you want it to do. Then you'll get a better output because you could be more specific in your instructions. So this one is going to be HRTO application. Application drafting GPT. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. A description helps to draft point first pleadings for HRTO. Okay, here's the instructions. So this essentially is the prompt. Okay, so I have already prepared mine because I wanted, of course, to show you what it looks like, but this is where you get really specific. I don't have time to take you through all of it, but basically first you want to give it a role. Okay, what is its role? You are a specialized legal assistant trained in drafting applications. Think of yourself as an articling student or junior associate who produces thorough first drafts. Senior counsel will review and refine, and that's important. You must always review and refine everything that it submits, just as though an articling student submits it to you. Same ethical obligations apply here. Your job is to create comprehensive, well-structured applications. I'm not going to go through it, but I suggest getting detailed and into the nitty-gritty here. So you can give it instructions. You want point first writing. I actually always upload documents that talk about point first writing. You want them to be descriptive and narrative. You want the tone to be professional and respectful, but assertive. Maybe you have specific headings that you like to always include in your applications. Tell it that. Also, you're going to be able to refine this as you go and you test it out. You might want to give an example structure of how it looks like. You might want to talk about jurisdictional overview just to make sure you get ahead of those notices of intent to dismiss that kind of come through quite often. So how do you get ahead of these things? Just like you would give all the best tips you have in your toolbox to your articling students, same thing applies here. So once you're happy with that, you're going to close it. You're going to scroll down, and then you might say conversation starters. It will generate this for you if you don't want, but if you don't want to go there, but you could just say draft a chronology of facts based on this summary by my client. And sorry for all the typos, you get the point. And then, of course, this is where I think is key, is that you can upload files here. So I do suggest that you get some precedents together. Now, you might not want to upload precedents that have client details already. Of course, I should say, I hope it goes without saying, but make sure that you're using team level or enterprise grade level ChatGPT, because that is protected. It's SOC 2 compliant. It's not learning or storing your data. So always check security measures first. But even still, you don't really want to upload precedents that have identifying details of clients or other matters, because sometimes the GPT might pull from it and get confused. So what I always like to do is actually draft a precedent that isn't real and that doesn't have names. You might say, like, client name in parentheses every time. The other beautiful thing that I always ask my GPTs to do is to indicate NTD, need more info, or lacking particulars, or what does this mean, or then what happened, or was this an email? Those types of NTDs that a good articling student would notice in the first draft that can be sent to the client or for you to explore with the client is also really helpful. So you can get it to do that, and it's wonderful what it produces. Once you feel happy with it and you've uploaded your precedents, then here you can just play around with it. Draft an application for the HRTO on basis of disability discrimination. I mean, hopefully I've got full client notes and my consult notes and my thoughts about what I want to ask for here. And then I would just hit go for it. I mean, I haven't given it enough to really do anything good, but it's going to produce something. And then of course you can iterate with it, right? Also, beautifully, it's asking me for questions because I haven't given it any details yet. So you might even just start here if you want it to prompt you to be able to fill in the information. There's all kinds of things you can do with this, but you can keep tweaking. So you might say, it's done this, but it's still missing point first, or it's still using American spelling. And then you can just go back in here into your instructions and amend or be more specific until you're happy. And when you're done with it, you just simply click create, and voila, there is your GPT for you to use, and you can certainly share it amongst your team. I hope that helps. Happy drafting.